Welcome, everyone. Here we are on a random Tuesday live. I'm happy to be here with this amazing human being, Luigi Bruni. Welcome all the way from Canada. How are you,
Thank.
Luigi?
I'm doing great. Thank you for having me. I mean, how can you not be good when you have such a wonderful person like yourself that has so much energy, positivity, and love? Like it just radiates. So I'm doing awesome.
Thank you, thank you. So we're having this conversation because I've just met Luigi recently, and I am so amazed with what he's done in the last 12 months, both for his business, for his home-based business, but as well with his health, the amazing changes that he has experienced. And I've been now in this industry in direct selling for over 20 years, and I have never seen anything like it for so many reasons, but we'll dive right into it. So, Luigi, I wanted to ask you a little bit of your background. Like, what have you done throughout your life, business wise? And I know you've been into crypto as well, like I was, and we had many disasters happening there. But yeah, share a little bit of your story. How did you even get into the online space, and how did you get to this point?
So it started. I'm 60 years old. So that happened like 40 years ago when I was 20 years old. I attended a meeting for ACN. That was the telecom business, ACN. And that's how I was introduced to network marketing. So I was this man invited me because back then we didn't have Zoom calls, that we had to actually physically go somewhere where they had a meeting, and they would have these papers that they would make circles on the papers. So that was the olden days. And I went to this meeting, and I remember I was sitting in back. I saw these people walk in front of the stage talking about making $25,000 every month, now working from home, traveling, no boss. So right there, I don't know why, I got addicted to it. Like that was my dream. Now, the dream didn't happen overnight because network marketing is not exactly as easy as they make it out to say sometimes, right? Because they say, it's easy. You get three people, get three people, get three. Yeah, okay. That's true. That's if the three people, they remain on the auto ship. So anyways, we'll get into that after. So from 20 years old to about 55 years old, almost, that's almost 25 years. 25 years. So 25 years, what I did is, no, actually 35 years. Yeah, 35 years. Wow, time goes by fast. Right? So 35 years.
A
I
while.
yeah, I did a lot of everything. I did lotion, potions, vitamins, pills, coffee, skincare, name it, I did it. All right. So, and but I never succeeded at the point of quitting my job. It didn't happen like that. So why was because you had auto shifts. So as soon as people had to pay something every month, it's like even though you find a lot of people, it's like a bag that you have a hole in it. You put water in it, and the bag is always you always have to put people in it. People. So after a while, you run out of people. Then you have to start a new project. So that's my story. It doesn't mean that it's yours. Some people have succeeded in these industries. Happy. Like it's hard. Okay. So if you succeeded, congrats. Uh, I'm pretty good, and I did not succeed. It was not that easy. So a rewind afterwards. I was lucky 6 7 years ago. I did a crypto project, and it went to the moon, meaning that I made a lot of money very quickly. But so basically, what happened is I was able to quit my job. That was 6 7 years ago. So now I'm full time. Now that was wonderful. Okay, like a home run in crypto, but that was 6 7 years ago. Ever since then, and of course, it didn't last for years. It lasted for a year and a half. But now, for the last 3 4 years, everything I've touched in crypto, it's been a it's been a crap show. Like it's been a one rug pull or scam after the other. It is what it is. So I just said to myself a year and a half ago, or I said, okay, I've had enough, right? Because I understand that it's easy to make money there, but at the same time, at what expense? You're still hurting somebody down the line, right? The people at the top make money, at the expense of hurting everybody else. Okay. So you have to be ethical at some point and say, now, when you don't know it, that you think it's good, okay, then you're forgiven. But when you know it's not good, but you still do it, then it's not okay. But that's my opinion now. So a year and a half ago, I was going through some very hard times for my health. I'm 60 years old. Was having some sleep issues, like really chronic. I couldn't fall asleep more than 2, 3 hours a night. That's not very good. You don't need to be a doctor. I was starting to have circulation problems on my feet between my toes. And I had discoloration on my top of my feet. You know, when it starts getting dark, circulation problems. And I was also going through a depression about a year and a half ago. Things that happen in life, sometimes depression, people think that it happens to a lot of people. And sometimes people don't realize it, but they're actually going through a little depression too. So a year ago, my friend from Singapore reached out to me and he said on Zoom, he says, "Man, Luigi, you look bad." I said, "I don't just look bad. I feel bad mentally, not just physically, it was mentally." And
Yeah.
I said to him, well, he said to me, "I think you need this new device. All right. There's a new technology, frequencies, PMF, terahertz frequencies. And I've already heard Einstein say the future of medicine is in frequencies, but this is actually true. The future is here." So he said to me, "There's this device in Asia that everybody's getting crazy results with it, like really fantastic." I said, "What do I got to lose, Arlena? Send me this device and I'll tell you if it works or not." So I got the device. I put my feet on it 1, 2 times a day for 7 days. After 7 days, my sleep went back to normal. Okay, that was the first thing. So
Amazing.
just for the sleep, I'm sold. Even if it did nothing else, just for helping me sleep 6, 7 hours instead of 2, 3 is already, for me, I'm sold. All right, but it didn't stop just with the sleep. My depression after 2, 3 weeks, 4 weeks was completely gone. And as you've noticed, every time you talk to me, I don't look like somebody who's depressed. I'm always smiling and happy and positive. And it's been like that for 8 months, by the way. But I also noticed my circulation problems between my toes, where the numbness was gone. The discoloration that on top of my feet was like black started coming back to normal. And this all happened within 2, 3 weeks. So that's when I said to myself, wait a second, listen, let's be honest here. Money's important. Yes, we know that. But health
Yeah.
is even more important, right? So if you're not healthy, money means nothing. But at the same time, if you are healthy, I like to travel. It's something I like to do. I like to travel. I like to have friends like you all over the world. We get to meet each other. Like it's just something that you can only do in network marketing, right? You can't do that with a traditional job. Yeah, you can take a vacation once a
No.
year, but not the way that we can do it when we used to. So how do we do that with a company that's going to be around for the next 10, 20, 30 years with a real product with no auto ship? Welcome to
And that was a
what we
big
have.
one for me as well, Luigi, because I've been as well, even though it sounds weird for me to say that because the age is a weird thing, but I've been in this industry for 20 years. And I've seen them all, like you. I've done lotions, potions, and Craven supplements, and crypto and this and that, and all seems great and fine. But there is always some fine print that is not explained from the beginning, and that's part of the reason, like one of my other businesses as well, that I was very loyal to for the last 3 years, and I love it because I do love the product. But there are some little writings that you don't discover till later. Like, for example, in one of the business, unless you do a sale every 6 months, if your downline makes any sales, you're getting half of the money, which is like, this is shit. Like, I don't like this, right? And all of these little bits. And what I found as well with Oli Life and this frequency machine that we do have, there is none of that, and it makes it so much easier. So, what has been your experience as well because you have built a really big business now, and it's pretty much working without you having to do anything really. The income is coming in. So, how have you found it compared to everything else?
Compared, like if we take crypto and we put it aside, because crypto, besides being, it's like winning a lottery. All right, so if you don't hit a home run in a lottery, most of the time it's not worth it. So let's put that aside. For me, it's over.
Yeah.
Now, as for everything else that we've done, both of us, with auto ships, I find it's hard when people have to pay something every month. It's hard to keep them active. Plus, they don't really feel results right away. It's like here, people are feeling results right away. It doesn't like 2, 3 months, 4 months. You wonder if you feel something. No, you feel results right away. So I started building this 8, 9 months ago. I started because the product worked, number one, because in this day and age, you better have something that's good. Because if you don't have something that's really good, it's really hard. All right. So that. Then the second thing is no auto ship. All right. Okay. How can you make money with no auto ship? Well, you can, because when you understand how the money is made in Holy Life, there's not just one product. There's 6 products. They just launched another one. They're launching another one in 3 months. They're launching another 3 products. Like they're always launching new products that are one thing amazing. Like besides the P90, they're coming out with the shake and massager, and I could go on, but this is not a crash course on the products. But what it does mean is it's like Apple, like Apple. I love Apple. I have an Apple iPhone 15. I don't need to upgrade to 17 because my iPhone 15, I don't use 95% of the apps on it. I just use it for phone, telephone, Facebook, texting. That's all I do a phone for. So why would I have to change my phone, right? But guess what? I went to buy the Apple 17 because I love Apple. So every time they come out with a new product, I buy Apple. I love Apple. Not saying that Android's no good, but I love Apple. So guess what happens to Holy Light? Holy Light, when people do the P90, they get results. They're going to want to buy these. They're going to want to buy the shake. And they're going to want to, and that's where all the residual comes. It comes because they're always coming out with a new product. And it also comes because you get to a certain point where, like me, it just like my teams are just growing now. Even if I don't sign anybody up, I haven't signed anybody up in about 2 months and a half, 3 months. And I'm making $20,000 every 2 weeks right now, which is not that bad for a product-based company.
Not bad, not bad. I think that most people will be quite happy with that.
I think so.
I don't think anyone would complain with 20 grand just coming in every 2 weeks. Absolutely fabulous. And I wanted to ask you, because this has been exactly my experience. And every time, like you, I am a big builder and I get contacted constantly by people with new offering and, new project and new businesses. And I've got to the point that I know just by looking at a compensation plan, because I know the yes and the no, what works and what doesn't, right? And I was really amazed in seeing how this compensation plan work and how the products as well are getting so many results. It was mind-blowing because I am like a lot of people nowadays, more and more we're awakening. I like my freedom. I don't want to be, stuck. And this is the first business compensation plan that I've seen that it gives you total freedom. They don't mind if you're doing any other businesses. They don't put you limitation. Even if you don't make a sale in doesn't matter how long, they're not gonna reduce your pay. And all of this really, really attracted me. And then like you, I had results within a few days with the P90. And I've tried it on other people because I am like that. I need to try it on everyone.
Of course.
Just to see, the feedback. And it's been mind blowing. So I wanted to ask you, at the moment, which one of the products are your favorite? What are you using the most that you feel is working better for you?
Well, first of all, just before we get into that, the comp plan is amazing for 3 reasons. Number one, there's no breakage. Like everybody that understands the comp plan, breakage, there's no breakage. Number two, it pays out 60%, which is huge for a product-based company, 60%, everyone. And number three, like Arlena said, there's no obligation to spend another dollar or this or that or renew or nothing. You decide to you share this in a year from now, you're paid in a year. You don't lose your position. Like that gives us so much liberty to not be stressed with everything she says. The products I enjoy the most is the P90 Plus because we have the P90, which is for the feet. That's the smaller device, which that's the one that I got all the results with, was the P90. But after 3-4 months, I ordered the P90 Plus, which is like the P90, but it also had the facial, that women that like to get their skin less wrinkled. So it also had the extra wand. So you know what? For the difference of price, well, the P90 Plus for $500 more. That's for sure. The P90 Plus is even a more complete machine. Then after that, I also enjoy very much these Galaxy
Yeah.
G1 glasses that are very good for the eyes. This is very low PMF technology for your eyes. Listen, it helps circulation and it gives PMF very low doses. I could go on a list of reasons why this would be good, but it's a lot. But now I'm also very excited about the shaken massager that is coming out. That came out, by the way, that we're all waiting for. The shaken massager goes around in front of your stomach or on the bottom of your back. It's good to lose up to 1,000 calories a day. Now, I said up to 1,000 because it depends on your battery, your body. Well, can you imagine 1,000 calories? How long you'd have to be on a treadmill to lose that? At least 3 4 hours.
Yeah. And for so many people,
And
that would be a game changer because they don't have as
weight
much
loss.
movement.
Weight loss is a huge market. So imagine having a device that you can actually lose weight while you're sitting down or while you're walking, because it's just a very small device that you put in front of you and back. But it's not just for weight loss, it's actually also for constipation, indigestion, bloating, for women, ovaries for women, prostate for men, back pain. So yes, with all everything that I've said, just the weight loss itself, I was excited. But when you add all the other elements around it, I'm very excited about this shaken massager that's coming out. I really am. And there's another
Oh
also
yeah,
good one.
I'm excited too.
There's another one also coming out in three
Yeah,
months,
go
but
ahead.
I'll keep a secret on that one. It's going to compete
We'll
with
keep
your
it secret for now.
it's going to compete with your old business.
Yeah, I heard. Look, I have to admit, like I'm still loving the other products that I'm
I
doing,
know, I know.
and it did have a massive difference for my son, especially for his skin. But I am curious to see what is coming out in the next 3 months because, as I say, I'm very skeptical and I've seen way too much and I've done way too much and I'm just blown away. Otherwise, I wouldn't be doing this. And to put him in perspective, as well as building the business, because with all MLM is like, oh, you just need to find three people and it's all good, which is not exactly like that. We all know that is not that simple. But with this, like in a month that I've been in the business, I've got pretty much as big of a business as in the other one that is taken me over 2 years, right, to
But
build.
why?
And it's easy to share
Can
because
I?
it's different.
Well, not
There are
only that, could
there are
it be also the price point a little bit? The price point a
price
little bit.
point,
All right.
absolutely.
Okay.
Price
I
point
love
is
it.
is definitely a big thing, and also it's not as easy to build because there are some fine prints as well that you need to really pay attention and look at. And for me, like with the water, the results were immediate for my son.
Okay.
But
No, no,
it's a bit
absolutely. No, no.
harder
Listen,
for a lot of people.
it's great. It's a great device, the water. Okay, listen. So many people around the world have been ordering those water machines for years. And listen, they've been around for many, many, many years. All right, the company you're talking
Oh
about.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
50
So it's
years.
a great company. It's established. The water's good. For sure, the difference here is just the price entry. Like of course, when you're talking about paying so much or paying that much to get products, it just opens up more doors. It's not easy for everyone to come in with those bigger price tag items there. That's all. It just opens up more doors. But I'll give you another reason why
But even
also.
on that one, I can give you another reason why that is the big one for me that has made me go full on with Ollie Life is the fact that the compensation plan, the way it's set up, to get the maximum, you do need to have the extra product and
You're you're cutting off there a little bit.
there is an auto shift for the supplements. So if you do have the extra product and there is an auto shift for the supplements. So if you do have the auto shift for the supplements, So she for the supplements,
You're cutting off once in a while, Arlena. Okay, let's wait till she comes back. She'll probably be coming back now. So I think she was having a little bit of internet issues. But yes, overall, what's amazing is the community that we're attracting. I've been part of a lot of organizations, but the type of people that we're attracting in our community right now is next level. It's like just wonderful, wonderful people like Arlena, like, and everybody that's joined also from her team with Scott and everybody in Australia. It's magical. It's really good people that are joining this project. Everybody's there for the right reasons. I think she has some problems with her internet. Is she coming back? Ah, she's coming back. Let's give it a second here. Let's have our wonderful Arlena. That I love her smile. I love everything about her essence. Very honored that we can actually rub arms in this, and I agree with everything she said there. That there is something special with Holy Life. There really is. It's something, if you want to build something that's a little bit easier than what it's normally, Holy Life is the way to go. If you want to build something that has a very, very lucrative comp plan, Holy Life. If you want to build something where there's no breakage, where you don't have to worry about spending another dollar, Holy Life. If you want to build something that the products are really amazing, Holy Life. And I'm saying that with all sincerity. When you get to our age, the product needs to be good. There's no way that we could try building something if the product isn't good. So she seems to have some issues with the internet. If that's the case, well, I will say some closing remarks. And worst case scenario, if we do, we'll have to redo it. She'll decide on that. But one thing's for sure. In life, you have two choices. You either jump on the bandwagon, on the train when it's rolling, or you look at it go by. Holy Life has been around for 3 years, so it's a brand new company. That's another positive aspect. You know what it means? 3-year-old company. They're already making $80 million a month after 3 years, and that's just in Asia. They've just opened up the Western market. When I say just opened up, I mean just barely opened up. Europe, USA, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, they just opened up. We're like founders in all of these countries. So that's another positive aspect, to know that you could be one of the front people in your city, in your province, in your state, in your country. So I will call her back, but I think she's having internet problems. Well, with that all said, I hope you enjoyed this call, and I hope you get back to Arlena. If you're looking for someone that has personality, drive, and a big will of servant leadership, you can't go wrong with her. Peace and blessings, everybody. I'll see you soon.